Sometimes the answer to that question also depends on actually the answer to this question. What's your dream? What do you really want to do in life? And is it better served staying here or going back to the Philippines? If you came from there, okay? And well, if you want to be pragmatic about this, you also have to think about this question. What's your appetite for risk? Because obviously a decision like that involves some level of risk. If you like living dangerously, then maybe it's an easier decision, right? I'm setting you up, right? Okay. But no, I'm just posing these questions because, you know, it really sets the framework for what I will discuss afterwards, and then Earl as well. But I can't answer that, neither can Earl. Only people here can answer that. So let's leave it at that, okay? But let me start with this message. What's happening in the Philippines? I think Kathy and Kat have both emphasized this. We are really starting to go digital. We aren't as advanced as Singapore or South Korea or Hong Kong, but we are going digital. And it shows, let me, because we come from the telco business, what does this mean? For us, it means things like this. The very hardware that we work with is getting soft. It's becoming more and more software driven. Okay, we're talking now soft switches, soft base stations. You're doing things increasingly by software. And then, of course, and as presented earlier, you know, this is what's happening to our services. It's really more and more software driven as well. We're talking applications, multimedia content, where the devices are smart, like tablets, and increasingly wearables. I'm wearing one of those. Actually, it's nice. Okay. But also, oh yes, because you know telcos are repositories of mountains and mountains of data. So we're getting more and more into big data. Okay. And these are examples of this is Spinner. We're getting more and more into services and products that are not traditionally telco. So we sell more digital music than any other company in the country, in the Philippines today. And also we're now selling, well, this is for games. If you want to play games, it makes it easier to play online games. So these aren't traditional telco products. By the way, our sister companies, Meralco, they're also going through the same thing because they're now moving into smart grid. So that means you'll have more smart devices embedded in the infrastructure power as well as smart services. The starting point for that is prepaid electricity. There is such a service, prepaid electricity. And you can only do that if you start developing a smart grid capability. So that's where we're going. But you know, as you all know, digital is disruptive. It makes us work a lot harder. In this business, yes. But it is also, it creates new opportunities for employment and entrepreneurship. Cuts both ways. Okay. Oh, yes, and one thing we have to keep in mind, it's both local and global. Great to have a local market, but even better to have a wider market. Yes. Yeah, Earl says yes. Okay. So what are the opportunities? Okay, let's do this the conventional way, okay? You go to the website of the Department of Labor and Employment. This is the list of in-demand and hard-to-fill occupations. And sometimes you might find it funny. Why is it like this? It's not only that. It's hard to find plumbers. Yes. Plumbers, yes. Hard to find them. Herbologists. Florists. I was told, I asked, what does this list mean? These are the list of positions for which employers consistently report it's very hard to find and or keep people. Okay, but let's focus a little bit on that. Okay, look at these ones. It's the same list, I'm just focusing on some of them. Air conditioning technician. Hard to find, okay? Or hard to keep. Landscape artist, okay? there's an explanation for this. I mean, Kat indicated earlier, there's a building boom in the country right now. So when that happens, you're gonna have a hard time finding these people. Also, a lot of these people are going abroad. So it's you're hit both ways. There's a demand outside, there's a demand inside. So that's the reason why these guys are in this list. Architects. Okay. Another way to look at this list is this one. It's the same list. I'm just highlighting a different set